Who is this? Who are you trying to reach? Who are you? Lost the call.
What's wrong?
That's probably nothing.
Then why are you worried?
Do you know what your badgering is? It's really getting tiresome. Stop it.
Do you think that call was about Jason or Jax?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey. What do you got there?
Well, this is like that painting by the French guy, Monet. He had a water lily pond like Kate.
You mean Miss Howard?
Oh, she said that we could call her Kate, right?
Yep, that's right.
And you know what else? She doesn't hate us after all.
Yeah, well, Kate's turned out to be a very good friend.
Elizabeth's testimony shouldn't be taking this long.
Yeah, it's gonna take as long as it takes.
I know, I don't understand how Rick can do this. I mean, he claims to have loved Elizabeth at one point in his life, and now he's forcing her to swear in open court that she was unfaithful to Lucky. What?
Mrs. Spencer, by your own admission, you slept with Jason Morgan in August of last year. 9 months later, your son Jake was born. So I will ask you again. Is Jason Morgan, the defendant, the father of your son?
My baby's father is my husband, Lucky Spencer. I hate to admit this because I've lived in Port Charles my whole life, but I have never been to Vista Point.
Yeah, I happened on to it when I was hiking. It looks like some kind of landmark or something that everybody forgot about.
I need to start working out, though, because I get completely out of breath hiking up here.
That 100% humidity ain't helping you any. Maybe this is a bad idea for the first date.
Oh, it beats being wedged against the back wall of the Catacomb Club.
I'll give you that.
Well, it's, too bad I didn't bring any water. But there's zero chance of a fountain being up here.
Oh, I think I can do a little better than that.
I made a serious mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Just one? After all, you're jetting off to South America with a man you repeatedly called a psychopath. You assigned me the dubious task of proving that Lorenzo Alcazar's alive, which would free Jason Morgan. Never mind that Alcazar's dead and that Jason Morgan killed him. Yeah. Which would free him, and he would come after me to kill me. You know what? In the interest of self-preservation, I should have Jason convicted. After all, I mean, who knows that we're going to Caracas at all?
You did the same thing at the Metro Court.
What are you talking about?
When you didn't want to answer a question, you created a horrible diversion. You shot Robin, you dragged Sunny off to another room, and you made Emily choose between her father and her best friend.
That was a good point there, Emily.
You're deflecting the question because you're trying to scare me.
What question?
This whole time, I've been assuming that Jax was safe because you love him and you would never push him.
Yes,
in danger.
that's
Then
true.
why
I
are you
love him.
worried?
I'm not
Yes,
worried.
you are. If Jax is in danger, I want to know right now.
It's a shame. We were having such fun.
Well, there's that temper again.
You have excellent reflexes.
Yeah, and you're not a bad shot. You done?
You just kept yourself alive a little longer.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah. So I can kill you while Jay watches. It's only fair.
Okay. I know my brother was pretty mean to you, but is killing me in front of him really your only option?
Can you offer a better one?
Yeah. Money. Yeah, makes the world go round. I've got lots of it.
You're so sure of yourself, aren't you? That excites me. But life is all about compromise. I would love to force Jerry to watch as his precious little brother die. But as we discussed, I'd be almost as glad to show him your mangled corpse and let him imagine what you must have endured.
You're not really looking at the big picture, are you? Now think about this. What about an apartment in Rio, one in Paris, one in Rome? Enough money to live comfortable for the rest of your life?
I'm too young to retire, and comfort bores me.
When was the last time you actually experienced it? You know, there's a lot more to life than payback. Why don't you let me show you?
You seem fairly certain that Jason Morgan is not your child's father. Did you take a paternity test?
Your Honor, how is any of this relevant to the disappearance of Lorenzo Alcazar?
I've allowed this line of questioning because it goes to bias in favor of the defendant. However, the district attorney appears to be straying from the topic. Wrap it up, Mr. Lansing.
Did you take a paternity test?
Yes.
And it is your testimony that this test clearly indicates that it is Lucky who is your child's father.
Yes.
Yet you still maintained a relationship with Jason Morgan.
Jason is a close friend, as I have already stated. He is kind, loyal. He saved me and all the other Metro Court hostages, including your lover and stepdaughter, Samantha McCall.
Just answer the question, Mrs. Spencer.
Your Honor, with all due respect, Mr. Lansing didn't ask me a question. He made a comment which implied the worst about my friendship with Jason Morgan, and I would like everyone here to understand what kind of person Jason is. I was grateful when he risked his life to bring my son home to me after he had been kidnapped. But really, it doesn't surprise me that he did that because that's what Jason does for his friends.
Yes, we're referring to the time that Mr. Morgan jumped bail on first-degree murder.
Yes, and the fact that he was able to save my son's life when the PCPD couldn't even find him.
Would you say that you are inclined to think the best of Mr. Morgan, maybe even be biased in his favor?
Objection argumentative.
I'm sorry, I'll rephrase. Mrs. Spencer, has your testimony been accurate and truthful in regards to the visit that Mr. Morgan paid you on the afternoon of May 23rd and the phone call that he received while in your presence?
Here is the truth, once again, Mr. Lansing. Yes, Jason came to visit me in the hospital because he is my friend. And during the course of that visit, he received a phone call. He said he would take care of it, and then he left. End of story. That is what this trial is supposed to be about. And no matter how much pain you cause, or how many people you deliberately hurt, that is my statement. And nothing you say or imply or twist around is going to change it.
Not that I'm in a hurry to die. But I assume the sooner I call Jerry, the sooner you two can work out your differences.
You assumed nothing of the sort. You were trying to save yourself and your worthless brother. But that isn't going to happen. We'll do everything exactly as I want, on my timetable, no one else's.
Trying to convince me of that or yourself?
I would have done anything for your brother. I loved him. I risked my life to save him, and he sold me out.
Jerry's never recovered, you know. He'll never love anyone again. His heart died when he betrayed you, and he's gonna suffer for the rest of his life. Shouldn't that be enough?
Jerry got on with his life as if I were nothing.
No, that's not true at all.
Your brothers had this coming for a very long time.
Look, revenge is no way to live your life, okay? It tears you up inside. It costs you more than you can imagine, and it doesn't give you anything in return. Revenge won't pay the rent any more than love will.
I disagree, because love, or something close to it, has paid my rent on any number of occasions. And now, it's your turn.
Not Willis. It's gonna be so damn hot. Maybe we should head this day at the beach.
You know, my parents lived all over the world before I was born. Actually, they lived in Texas. Now that I think about it, that's where Lucky, my brother, was born.
Really? Where at?
someplace close to Mexico, I think. My dad used to sneak over the border. He would talk about these great clear channel radio stations you could hear late at night. And they lived in Ireland and Turkey and London and Canada. Anyway, they went camping a lot. And they had these great stories. You know, they'd see a couple bears, and my mom fell in a creek, and my dad stepped on a hot marshmallow and hopped around, you know, family stuff. But even when Lucky was born, they would go camping a lot. And my dad used to say he would take me when I was older, but it never happened. I wish it did, but I don't know, it's just, it's something that I'll never get back, so who cares about the weather? You gave me something that I've always wanted.
Carly left a message that she took off to save Jason, which means she has a plan. And that is never a good thing. One time she took on a room full of my associates with a baseball bat.
That's a little scary.
Well, Carly acts first, thinks later, you know.
Oh, I can see why you're worried.
I mean, you know what? I don't really need to be, because I know Carly can take care of herself. But it's just that if she tries to save Jason, it's just, you know, a lot of times it's just going to cause more problems. And, you know, I think she can learn a little bit from you. Your testimony helped Jason. Thank you.
I was just telling the truth. I don't care what kind of evidence the DA has. It was line of questioning. It's ludicrous.
You shut down Rick with style.
Maybe you're starting to appreciate Kate Howard just a little bit.
You know, your stand-up, I've always known, ever since I met you. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes I think you don't have to be so ice-cold all the time. You should let your true self shine through more often. Yeah.
Who's that?
Like you are right now, a little bit, you know? Just a beautiful woman who's smart, who's, you know, funny, and she's good with my kids, and she just likes to live life.
You mean someone who behaves the way you want?
All I know is when I walked in here, you were laughing, just like you used to do back in Bensonhurst. You didn't care what anybody thought. You were having fun. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, not a thing.
Mrs. Spencer, has Jason Morgan ever received phone calls in your presence before?
Yes.
Does he generally explain the nature of those phone calls to you?
No.
So other than the day at the hospital, has Jason Morgan ever received a phone call and then left?
Yes.
So it didn't seem unusual?
No.
To you?
No, not at all.
At any point before, during, or after that phone call, did Mr. Morgan say the name Lorenzo Alcazar?
No, he did not.
Thank you. No further questions for this witness. I do reserve the right to recall this witness, Your Honor.
We've all had a very long day, and this seems a logical place to stop. You may step down, Mrs. Spencer. Court is adjourned until tomorrow morning.
Todo está bien, gracias. Hasta luego.
I'm not sleeping in the same room with you.
Oh, well, I'd be very glad to arrange for you to have a room by yourself. But you should know that Lorenzo Alcazar's people are probably tracking us as we speak, so you could be in very serious danger, which means that I'm going to have to pass as one of your bodyguards.
Fine. Get a rollaway bed. I don't sleep with my bodyguard.
Yes, as Max can readily attest. You see, my brother would never forgive me if anything happened to you. So I'll stay close to you at all times, whether you like it or not.
Don't.
I brought 2 types of salsa. Regular and scorching hot, okay?
Whoa, 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 whoa. You do not expect me to believe that you actually made these?
I'm no gourmet cook, but there are 5 things that I know to make. 5. All right, and salsa is one of them.
Why salsa?
Salsa's practically a religion where I grew up in Texas, but I'm telling you, be careful, okay? Because this stuff, it's really, really hot.
Yeah, I'm a Spencer. We all love hot food. I don't care.
Okay.
Huh. Oh my God. Give me something.
I'm not what...
Expecting someone else?
You know what? I don't even know what to expect anymore. I'm just glad that the kids that they got there at last. I just don't even know what to say to them. They're just too young to understand anymore, and I don't even understand anymore.
I know, I'm sure it's all quite a shock to you.
Why were you at the courthouse? How long have you known that my wife has been cheating on me with Jason?
Thanks for coming.
Diane said it didn't go very well.
Yeah, did she tell you that Rick put Elizabeth on the stand and forced her to admit she slept with me and Lucky was sitting right there?
She said it was pretty rough.
Well, it was rough and had nothing to do with Alcazar at all. Rick put Elizabeth on trial for sleeping with me. And then he asked flat out if Jake is my son.
Okay, it's a murder trial, right? And you know Rick's gonna fight dirty because he wants to win. I don't think it was so much to torture Elizabeth. He wanted you to blow up.
Yeah, and I did blow up.
Diane told me you did.
And then I had to sit there and watch while that bastard ripped Elizabeth's life apart.
The truth should have just come out from the beginning. Now, I'm curious. Why did Elizabeth lie on the stand and say that Jake isn't your son?
I know I hurt you today. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're thrilled you made Jason look bad. You don't care about anything else. Not Lucky's pain. Not my privacy. Because that's the type of person you are. Cruel. Self-righteous. You want what you want, and you're willing to do anything to get it.
I did my job.
In a weird way, I'm kind of relieved. Because I can finally see you for who you really are. A spiteful little man who is still mad at his brother.
This has nothing to do with Sonny.
Please. Where would you be without Sonny? Not in Port Charles. Not in this courtroom. You certainly wouldn't be DA. And now I can finally understand and accept why just about everybody in my life warned me to stay away from you. You're pathetic.
Don't blame me, Elizabeth. Blame yourself.
I knew it. You don't have the guts.
I just don't want to humiliate you, that's all.
Oh, sure. Act like you're doing me a favor. I know a chicken when I see one.
All right, you know what? Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Okay, fine. Here are the rules, and you cannot change them.
Mm-hmm.
1 heaping chip full of the scorching hot salsa. You dip mine, I'll dip yours. And you have to eat the whole chip, and whoever reaches for the beer first loses.
All right. But promise me you're not going to get mad when I win.
Oh, I promise I won't make fun of you too much when you lose to a girl. All right.
Got more on mine. Here.
Thank God.
Ty?
Hi. Cheers.
Cheers.
Jerry? Jerry, are you okay? Jerry Jacks, open this door. What's going on in there?
Please be quiet. Bloody hell, there's a hint. When you're in a dangerous situation, half the continent away with no one to rescue you, do not scream at the top of your lungs, especially about the health and well-being of your bodyguard. It invites vulnerability and attack.
Why did you collapse?
I did not collapse. I doubled over.
You scream like a girl, which makes no sense because you're tougher
I did
than
not scream like a little girl. Just be a little more careful from now on.
that. What the hell is wrong with you, and why didn't you tell me before we left Port Charles?
But you're the one who wanted immediate action. Not that I disagree. I mean, it's going to be very hard to exonerate Jason once the jury finds him guilty, I can tell you.
You know what? You're not going to distract me. Let me see.
If there was ever a time for Elizabeth to admit that you're Jake's father, it would have been today on the stand.
Lucky was sitting right there in the courtroom.
Yeah, but you know what? The damage with Lucky was done once she copped to sleeping with you. And I know it wasn't right for Rick to be badgering her, but you know what? She could have kept this from happening.
For all Elizabeth knows, I'm going to be convicted. Why would she admit it right there? I could be going to prison.
You're not going to prison. Listen to me. If Diane can get you out, great. If not, I'm gonna do everything I can to set you free, if you know what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Anything else you need in the meantime?
Please, please, I'm asking you to make sure Jake is protected, okay?
Mhm.
Rick put him in danger just by suggesting that he's my son.
I'll do what I can. But in the meantime, you want to protect your son, you got to beat these charges and claim Jake as your son.
You know, I will never understand what you see in Jason. I mean, he's a murderer, he's a thug, he nearly beats me to death last fall, and on some level, Elizabeth, you know that he killed Lorenzo Alcazar under Sonny's orders.
No, I don't.
Oh, come on, Elizabeth! Killing people is Jason's profession, and he's good at it. Hell, we may not know how many people he's actually murdered. How do you turn a blind eye to who Jason really is?
I know exactly who he is. The person I failed to see clearly is you. Until now. You're not damaged. You're not flawed like I once thought. You're vindictive. Almost as if you have no soul.
You know, you were my one chance at a good life. A real marriage. I ruined it. I'll admit that. But I loved you. And I kept on loving you. And I tried to help you in so many ways.
You never loved anyone but yourself. It's funny, you're just like Sam that way. So it completely makes sense why the two of you started this whole thing by sleeping together. In fact, you know, you might have time for a quickie right now before they close the courthouse. Enjoy yourselves. Deserve each other.
I'd hate to send you back down to the hold after I've gone to so much trouble to clean you up.
You did a good job. Perhaps we could celebrate with dinner and that wine we discussed.
I imagine you're hungry. Thirsty too?
Yeah.
So am I. And self-denial has never been my strong suit. So, how can I allow someone so delicious to go to waste?
Flattered, really, but as I've told you before, I'm a married man. I'm gonna have to go back to the hold.
You would rather be in the hold than with me?
I made promises to the woman I love.
If you go back, I'm afraid the real torture will have to begin.
What difference does it make? I'm gonna die anyway.
Why to spend your final days in agony? Why not to enjoy every moment?
To tell you the truth, the threats of revenge and death, are a bit of a turnoff.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Then let's broaden our horizons, shall we? Did you see the old man in the cell next to yours?
Yeah, it's quite the revolutionary.
If you don't satisfy me, and soon, he will suffer horribly and die.
He's a stranger, why should I care?
You should know better, Mr. Jax. Oh, it must be the hunger getting to you. Bluffing is a poor strategy in this situation because it forces me to call you bluff and to threaten somebody who really matters.
Who stabbed you?
It's irrelevant to the moment.
You know you're probably gonna need stitches.
Well, lucky for me, I'm in the hands of an expert.
I flunked out of nursing school, and this is probably infected.
Oh, that's nonsense. I saw you in action at the measure course. You're amazing.
You know, I only sewed up Robin because you made me.
You were magnificent, Sammy. Even though you were terrified and revolted, you just kept on going.
Because if I let Saint Robin die, I'd never hear the end of it. But you, no one would care.
You know, it's a rare quality, the ability to just move on forward, to, find a way out, keep on running, clawing at the dirt, swimming. Wild animals have it, that instinct, and the ability to never quit,
Why didn't you tell me about this?
And it's not courage exactly. It's more like a talent for survival, and you have an abundance of it, but at your core you have humanity and humor. I mean, no wonder my brother fell in love with you.
The night that Elizabeth slept with Jason, it was a blackout, remember? You remember.
Stop it. She came home and opened the door to her own house and found you with Maxie. What did you expect her to do?
Not to go straight to Jason Morgan.
But even after that night, Lucky, you threw Maxie right in Elizabeth's face, day in and day out. And you were taking pills. She turned her life upside down for you. She believed in you and everyone else had already given up. I wouldn't judge her too harshly right now if I were you.
Elizabeth married me. She married me in this house, right here. It was the best thing that ever happened. I thought we got back everything we lost, but the entire time she was lying to me. How long have you known?
I've known for a while now.
You're my brother! Why didn't you tell me?
Why? Because I was afraid to start taking pills again, Lucky.
You were strung out for an entire summer, and then you went to rehab. What do you want me to do? Elizabeth and I were afraid that if you had a relapse, it would just destroy you, okay? I couldn't take the risk of telling you the truth. And neither could she.
So you think Elizabeth lied about cheating with Jason to protect me?
I suppose there's no harm in seeing you, now that the damage is done.
I am sorry that you had to go through all that stuff.
Why are you sorry? You're the one who wanted to tell the truth about us from the start. I'm the one who refused. I'm the one who made you believe that Lucky was the father, and after I told you the truth, I made you give up Jake. Lied to everyone about your only child. And today on the stand, yeah, I could have told the truth. I could have, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. Because Lucky was sitting there, and he's staring at me, and God, I knew that I had already taken away his pride. How could I take away his child, too? And I also want Jake to be safe. Because even if Lucky leaves me after all of this, Jake is still safer as a Spencer. Not. Oh, maybe that's just what I want to believe. I've been lying for so long, I can't even be honest with myself right now.
Everything you've done has been for Jake. Okay, I don't know if you're right or if you're wrong. And I don't really care. I said I would support you.
Your fever has spiked.
No, I'm all right.
Do you have any aspirin in your bag?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
I can't believe you did this.
Oh, your hands. So cool.
That's because you have a raging fever. Look, when did this happen? Did Nicholas stab you while you were fighting?
No, it's very bad manners to stab someone.
Wish you would have told me. I could have gotten antibiotics from my mother. You know, we're supposed to be helping Jason, and now this just sucks. You know, that sucks.
Пожалуйста, Irina, не сердись.
What?
No, don't make fun of my accent.
I'm not making fun of your accent.
Don't leave me, Irina.
Don't try my patience.
Look, I only have a few days left, so why rush it? Why don't we just get to know each other, and that's what you want, right?
You're stolen. But think what you have to lose. I fully intend to look Jerry in the eye when I'm gonna kill him. But Carly, your beloved wife, she can die at any time. All I have to do just give the word. Now, where were we?
My God, this has got to be the worst first date in history.
No. No, really, I'm having so much fun, except I look like a drowned rat.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm having a great time.
No, I was talking about the drowned rat part.
Don't try and be nice.
You know me, Lulu, I'm not nice. But the rain looks good on you.
Reliving your big moment?
It's a closed courtroom.
You know what, Rick? I heard all about your performance today. The way you ripped into your ex-wife in open court. Woman who loved you, trusted you.
Yeah, well, I hated what I did to Elizabeth, but I hate what Jason's done to her more. He's turned her into a liar, a hypocrite, a woman who would sleep
with another man.
As opposed to a woman who would sleep with her mother's husband? Hey, you did it. You started all this, you and Sam. You tore up your own marriage and now you're destroying Elizabeth's. You happy about that? Is it worth it to you?
Oh, I'll be very happy when I put Jason in prison for life.
Elizabeth didn't waste any time, did she? She ran to you to shut you up?
Were you following her
I'm
around?
a pretty good con, but I think she's got me beat on this one. Do you even realize what she's pulled off in court today?
I don't want to talk about it.
Then you can listen, Jason, and ask yourself what'll happen if you finally decide to be a man and step up as Jake's father. You will prove that Elizabeth lied under oath. She'll be sent to prison for perjury. But you will not say anything so you can protect her. You don't even realize you're being manipulated, do you? Make no mistake. She won big in that courtroom today. She made sure you will never be able to claim your son.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so much for moral support.
I know you must have a million questions.
No, I only have one. Who's Jake's father? Jason or me?